Hello, this is ReptilesRock09, and here I'll be showing you my baby water dragon setup. Anyway, here it is. I started with a 45-gallon tank, which I realized, first of all, it wasn't big enough. Second of all, it's not good to keep water dragons in glass. So I built a couple of structures, put mesh around them, and now it's actually quite large. Now I would have connected both the Bult. You can see there's two separate structures. I would have connected them together for one big one, but unfortunately, I built the first one, then realized I should have built the second one. Anyway, here it is. Down here I have a 5-gallon tank, and I actually have two young pacu in here, which I am aware that pacu get like 2 feet long and all that good stuff. But for right now, because I do have a 75-gallon tank, I will be moving them into. But for right now, I have them in here because they look really cool, just like piranhas, red belly piranhas. Anyway, and I have a divider down the middle because one of the pacus was a little bit larger than the other, and he was beating him to tar. Anyway, and then back there is a Flu-Val 2 filter. It actually works really well. It filters all the water out. Then I've got little goldfish and other little fish in there. And there is their bubbler thing for the fish and the little plants and whatnot. Anyway, so that's the swimming pool for the water dragons, and there's my smallest water dragon right there, just a little baby one. That one's the smallest I have. Anyway, and then you can see I have put rocks along the bottom, just kind of natural. I was going for a stream bed because this would have gone down to the bottom, then I would have filled that all with water. But then I realized I'm on the second floor of a building, and if that thing for some reason leaks, it's going to be thousands of dollars of damage, which I really did not feel like paying. Anyway, so that's why it's just a 5-gallon tank. And then back here is a little ficus tree, which leads up to the first set of branches. You can see I have lots of branches for them to climb on. Down there's a bowl where I throw crickets and worms and whatnot, just so they can eat them. Up here, and then anyway, up here is a small swimming pool right below the heat lamp, so that provides humidity, and they can swim in it, and so they don't have to go all the way down to the water. There's a little bowl for small mealworms. Anyway, there's my largest male. He's a very big, beautiful guy. He's almost perfect. Unfortunately, I have two baby males, which I found out because this little guy here, who's the other male, was being beat up by the much larger male there, and so I'm going to have to sell one of them. Anyway, but yeah, which is kind of sad because I really like my dragons. Anyway, oh, and by the way, these guys are actually the offspring of my dragon over here, and his female, which she unfortunately died because she laid 2 batches of eggs too quickly, but there he is. He's a big, beautiful guy. I really like him. Anyway, back to these guys. Up here, you can see they have both heat. Oh, up here is actually just a heat lamp and a fluorescent bulb, because down here, because I had a UVA and UVB bulb up there, but I realized they spend more time down here by the water. So there's their UVB bulb, because they spend so much time down by the water. I figured if it's way up there, they're never going to get any light. And then over here is a bamboo, which leads up into another set of branches. They don't hang out here as much, because these are just 2 fluorescent lights, just simply for light. They provide a little bit of heat, but not much. Those are just mainly to light up the cage. Anyway, so that's pretty much their tank. They're really cool little dragons. Any comments? Oh, and yeah, here is actually really cool. It's a little air pump. I think it's really awesome because it's like so tiny. Anyway. Oh, and by the way, for any of you reptile people who've got like a ton of lights and are tired of turning them on and off, I figured out a great way to do it. You can buy these at pretty much any hardware store. They're actually timers, and you can plug like a whole set of lights into them and set them, and they'll go on at 9 o'clock and then off at 9 o'clock. So these are great little things. I figured this out myself because frankly I was sick and tired of every single morning turning on 15 lights and then every single night turning all the lights back on. So anyway, those are pretty cool. Never had any problems or short circuits or anything. So anyway, that's my tank. Any comments or questions on what I could do better, what you think's wrong, or anything like that?